up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope everybody is doing well. Thanks to everyone that has checked up on me. I've been a little MIA, but it's the top of the month, and after one celebration, here comes another. But needless to say, I am here, I'm alive, I'm doing well, and I am also checking in, okay? Sometimes you kind of have to take a break from, everything and just kind of is the word decompress one of those? Yeah, I think it is. Do that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just really have to do it. And it was on my bucket list to take some time off. So, needless to say, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is going to be, whoever's in the midst of traveling, I hope y'all have fun. Please be safe and careful and all of that good jazz. Amen. Amen. So, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you sipping on, honey. Get it and bring it close. Now, I'm not going to tarry too long because, I'm going to have a couple of videos coming back to back to meet my weekly quota. However, if you go over to Cooking with Stella, there has been a couple of new updates to the channel. Shouts out to everyone that has come from Ashley Miller's YouTube channel that has gone over to Cooking with Stella. I definitely do appreciate all the love and support. Also, speaking of all my my Illinois viewers and watchers, also make sure that you stop by Momentum Coffee and Co-working that is in Chicago. You will find Stella Bistro Food Steamy ITs there, so just let them know that I sent you. And any commercials that I have going on, I have a couple of them. I can't remember them all off top, but I know I have a lot going on. It will be down in the description box down below. Again, I'm not going to tarry too long. I just wanted to, have a little chit chat, little tea talk with y'all and see what is going on, what is happening. There was no book club this meeting. However, there was a topic that came across to have this episode be in my mind to have a conversation with y'all. This tea talk topic, we all have our little sayings, our little verbal clippings. For y'all over here that already know, y'all know I'm famous for those. I'm great for those. Okay, well, this one is kind of almost the same way. Okay, it's okay for you to put yourself out there to be nice and to be kind and to be courteous and to practice servitude. But at some point, time or another, again, like I said in one of my videos in previously, sometimes you kind of have to take a step back and realize, what are you serving? Who are you serving? And what is the overall outcome you're looking for, okay? And whatever it is, your outcome, whatever outcome it is that you're looking for, you should always make sure that you incorporate a little mustard seed of growth. Because, faith only takes a mustard seed. Well, so does changing. And changing for the better not only takes that mustard seed, but it also takes practice and action to ferment it actually becoming a habit. Okay, so this tea talk topic, let's talk about it. Okay, we need to talk about our kindness to feed, let's say unclaimed animals, stray animals, you name it, anyone that is pretty much additional to what you're already serving. You decide to put your services out there to let them know that they're available if necessary. Okay, that's great, but we need to talk about them stray people that are like stray animals. Yeah, we need to talk about those. Okay, now when people set out and they want to do good, they want to do right, I can attest to this, and I can testify to this. We don't really have in our mind that we're going to have people come along, take advantage or take for granted what we're giving out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when people know that there is an availability there, they will sometimes try to do whatever they need to do to gain access. When you allow someone to gain access to where the whole bread loaf is located, you will find 9 times out of 10, some shape, way, or form, you're going to be shortened, slightened, swindled, bewildered on how it happened, why it happened, and what ways, what signs, and what had to happen for it to get there. And a lot of times we do have to take accountability in what we do allow people to come in and have some type of access and control. But before it gets there, we can recognize red flags and be able to detect and detour. You feel me? So we need to talk about stray people. Now, stray people come, they come every shape, way, or form. In the book club, we talk more or less about spiritual homelessness than we talk about stray people or people having stray tendencies. But this is all in the same group of making it so that it's a solid example for us to see and understand. It is so vital for us to know where we're going. And if we're going to have anybody be a mentor, if we're going to have anybody out there be an example, they at least, when they lead the way, not represent somebody that is lost. All right. So when it comes to stray people, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, and sometimes people are just like old girl on Love After Lockup. She's just she just hopeless for it. She wants it. It's a burning desire so bad to be accepted and wanted. We got to be careful what we lay out, because what we lay out, cat food can attract raccoons and possums. Okay, raw meat, depending on your scenery, can attract bobcats, whole dogs, you name it. So what you put out there, you don't really know what you're going to attract. So when we make sure we are knowledgeable of stray people, and we're able to categorize what they're needing the most, what their weakness is needing to be strengthened the most, this is how we're able to make sure we're still able to practice positive servitude with boundaries, and making sure that is known that you can't step over the line if you wish to receive servitude. You have to appreciate the servitude by respecting the boundaries. Amen? Amen. Okay. Y'all like my cards? Oh my God. I had time on my hands. Okay. So the first thing is first, we need to be sure that we acknowledge with stray people when they come along. And look, I already hear it in my head. Some of y'all are telling yourselves right now, you got a couple of friends you can put in that stray people category. Be careful what you wish for, okay? But let me tell you, if you're gonna put somebody in that category, this is what you're putting in there. People will attach to you for what you have rather than who you are. You ever had someone that was just always around, and they're always around, and they always have a favor, or they're always wanting to like receive from you? And the comfort in asking says a lot, but the numerical issue we got going on, it needs to stop. Okay, now this is just a rule I practice. I don't know if this is something that y'all typically do, but if you gotta ask somebody else for it, 9 times out of 10 you probably are not going to be able to pay it back, and that's cool. But just know, you got to be careful who you ask that question to and how many times you do. Because a single mother with 4 kids, and she's making it on 2.5 jobs, one being a side hustle, and you always coming to her talking about you need and you want and you wish you had. Okay, she can't help you. She can't help you. But if you go to a resource center and lay out your issues and your concerns, they will not only find you some psychological help, but they'll put you in the right path for you to get up off your ass, have someone make you accountable, get up off your feet, get up on your feet, find you a good old job, and stop asking everybody else to supply what it is that you're able to fulfill and be sufficient for yourself. I had a friend once told me that they hired someone that was unfortunate. They were looking for a job, they were homeless or whatever. They came in and 2 weeks later they hauled off and quit because they said, and I quote, that they made more collecting from people than off of a 2 weeks check. Oh yeah, you ain't gotta pay taxes. But if you had to pay taxes, that's what you're working with. Get up off your ass, stop complaining. When people find it that it's easy, when straight people find it easy for you to be able to do the majority, that's like you leaving the breadcrumb and food outside for someone to come and eat. And eventually, after you do that so many times, you pick them up, you try to fix them versus you just try to change their perspective to know that they can change for the better. Straight people tendencies. I'm sorry. But when people start to attach themselves to you for what you have, you'll realize they care less about your personality and they're more of, can you do a favor? Can you do this? Can you practice your servitude and me use it and not pretty much have to show a thank you, some type of appreciation? Just keep giving it to me. You're serving, right? Bitch, you out of your rabbit ass mind. I may be out here serving, but you can control the environment. You can be in the environment that you want it to be appreciated. Now, if y'all know I'm good up and down in my sleep quoting procedures about cooking, and y'all know that's a passion and that's what I do for a living, do you really sit here and think, even though it's not a bad idea down the line, but starting out, mind you, I've had my business for almost 10 years, but still, if you know that's my line of work and my line of professionalism, do you think I'm going to be cool with you always coming over here asking for free stuff and assuming that because I have a food distribution and manufacturing company, I'm just supposed to always just have, little cucumber bites and shit out? If that's what you're looking for versus you be here to get to know me, you are here for the wrong reasons. I told that person that. They ain't like that. And then I kicked them out. So it is what it is. You gonna either know someone for who they are or you're not. And if you're not, it's going to be consistent. Either way, it should be consistent. Okay, there has to be a desire to want it to stay consistent, so that way you're able to acknowledge, is this person appreciating me or is this person trying to just abuse me? Okay. Number 2. When you have a lot to show for your hard work, lesser than people will try to capitalize on that. I had this, you have to be careful how you show your success, and you have to be wise on who you show it around, because a wise person also once told me, not everyone that's in your circle is in your corner. Think about that. All right. And the way I had to learn this lesson, it was very simple it won't simple, because nothing's simple when you have to confront it with the lights on. But when I went through my lesson of understanding, like, your boundaries is respect, period. Self and towards other people. You show people how you want to be treated, and smart people will respond to that with the same behavior. You dig? So this person will, literally, my anxiety just couldn't take them. And so I had to realize something. It's just like, got a little B- on this little test, this little pop quiz, but you know, you have to realize I'm in my mid, oh God, I'm in my mid 30s, single, no kids. I went to college for 13 years just because I just didn't want to start a family and do too much too early. I had to grow up really fast. For the ones in the Patreon community, we've already had this discussion. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up really fast, being the fact of, you know, I have my perspectives on parenthood and people coming into adulthood, experiencing parenthood first, not really understanding psychologically what paths and decisions you make are blueprints for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, I've always been very, very focused, period. Before I even went into middle school, I knew what I wanted to do, period. But needless to say, when you are focused on a goal and you really have things motivate you, mediocre, good, bad, popular, indifferent, uncomfortable, you name it, and you actually stick to the plan, you know what I'm saying, and you stick to the goal, you can ultimately have a lot to show for it. For example, people who go to college, people who complete certifications, people who run a marathon, hell, just go to the mailbox. But needless to say, whatever it is that you do and you have a result to show for it, enough small fish will equal a can of sardines. And so, you know, maybe you paid your car off. Maybe you're in the midst of, you know, getting something added on to your house. Or maybe you just change your hair color or change the course that you need to take for college. But needless to say, if you do something good for yourself, there's always going to be a reward at the end. Now that you have this reward at the end and they're all adding up, now you have to understand how other people may see this, especially if you're one person and you're just accumulating all these things that other people would not have at your age. Ding, 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 ding. Again, both need to be consistent. Whether you're getting to knowing me or getting to know what I have, one is going to outshine the other for you to see this. Okay, understand, the more you accumulate in rewards and results, the more you should be protective of them, not guarded, because you will want to show off whatever it is your accolades are, but protect them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know if we don't pay that 3 acronym company, motherfuckers will come. IRS. You know what I'm saying? If we don't haul off and do what we supposed to by what we want, the responsibilities, it can be taken away. Okay? You respected those boundaries and you stayed focused, so there was always a mutual respect. I'll pay, I keep. You feel me? But there's some people who can't keep up with that consistency. So there's stray people who will come and say, wow. They may not say it out loud, but they'll say it. You got a lot for someone by yourself. And next thing you know, they start creeping shit in. Next thing you know, they got a toothbrush. They got a paper clip. They got a comb. They got shower gel. They got a toothbrush. You know, they're squeezing in the middle of the toothpaste tube. It's just like, yo, like, all right. Now, I had to learn this as well. If someone's not going to be willing to put forth something they typically will show you, they will also voice it. There is no greater than, less than. They're equal. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. But last but not least, let me tell you something. When you keep leaving breadcrumbs, stray people, animals, and situations will return. Cut it off at the root. Cut it off at the root. If you cut it off at the root, you shouldn't have no problems. Now, it's understandable and it's fine for you to want to help somebody in need. But remember, you also need to keep in mind that you owe it to your you owe it to your servitude. Your responsibility is making sure that you're not using it on people who don't want to utilize their own life to the fullest. A lot of times people see that you have so much passion and motivation to get shit done. Now all of a sudden they want to come and freeload and put their life on you. Hell no. No. Do you ever look outside of the guards and the people who work in the castle? Do you see kings and queens out here just letting people down in the city just come up in their palace and freeload? I don't mean no harm, but you know what? For them to be where they're at, to be able to make choices and decisions and live how they do, I know damn sure they ain't got no doors unlocked for folks just to come up in there, run up through there, eat they celery and they carrots and use all their good toilet paper on the second or third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth floor and just lay up. So if you really are a person that seizes your throne, why would you let straight people just come in? You know what I'm saying? It's just like a abandoned house. What's going to happen? People going to eventually figure that shit out and they going to make a home there. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I know. Okay? So at some point in time, you're going to have to really take a good look at what you have, what you've earned, what you've strived for, what you prayed for, what you manifested, what you put out there to really make it so that you have things happening for you. You leveling up, you bossing up, you're glowing up, you're learning, you're maturing, you're bettering yourself. There's going to be some people, once you realize their asses are in the category of being astray and you cut it off at the root, you let it be known, hey, this ain't no clubhouse, this ain't no arcade, this ain't no cafeteria, this ain't no soup kitchen, alright, this ain't no RV, this ain't no porta potty, this is A, B, C, D, F, G, and it only belongs to me. Okay, now when you do that, this is what's gonna happen. Like stray animals without food and advantage, they'll be irritated because they'll have no access. But they'll move on and find somewhere else to eat and cause headaches. Have a good old fashioned saying. What may be a 10 to you is a headache on the other side of town for somebody else. And when people can't get their way, that's exactly what they become. Because then, you know, it's a thing of, oh, well, I'm going to hop to the next until I'm able to get my fill and I'm going to move on to the next. We have many relationships with two straight people and we don't even want to talk about it. Don't laugh too hard. Don't laugh too hard, because a lot of times that straight relationship is right up underneath our nose. And I'm not talking about your upper lip. So you really want someone to be around, you really want someone to get to know you, and if you really want to be able to see a different perspective with life and how your servitude can come back to you tenfold and make you happier in life, be mindful of what you do and how you do it. Because regardless if you believe it or not, I don't care if you praying in church, there's always somebody lurking wanting to find the next victim. And I will rather them be a victim of yours, giving you a heads up of what to look for, than for you to haul off and let somebody look you in your eyes and lock you into a mind control where it's going to be hell and high water for you to get out of, you know. So before you go into anything, acknowledge your boundaries and respect them, and respect where they're at and where they're grounded. Because whatever season you're about to come into and whatever season that's starting to begin for us, I have a strong feeling you're going to have a lot of people come back around. And a lot of people who come back around, they're going to come back around because they both eating your breadcrumbs. Hey, remember when you said you blow up, you're going to do? Look, you only one age for 1 year. So that person you said that, I don't know who they are. And I don't even want to talk about it. So y'all tell me now down below, what do y'all think about stray people? You know, you can't fix them. it's kind of dangerous to settle with them because you don't know what you're getting. And whatever you're getting yourself into typically is some hard ass work, because straight people really don't even have a plan. So y'all tell me how y'all deal with straight people down in the comments down below. I hope everyone has a safe July 4th. Love and hug on somebody. You know, if you're anything like me, you got tendencies, you know, gunshots, firecrackers, they sound a little different. So just breathe, sit down on your butt, do a puzzle at the coffee table, do something real simple. But you know what I'm saying, I understand Memorial Day, July 4th, my anxiety's through the roof too. So you know, that's a good thing about not feeding stray people, because when you don't feed stray people stray vices, stray decisions, you're able to make good decisions, proactive decisions. And now I'm so grateful I don't have to even worry about that. The anxiety is still going to be there. The PTSD is still going to be there. But for the fact of, I know that straight people are nothing but distractions, and I have to respect them as that, because they're a learning curve. You live a lot better. So enjoy your family this weekend. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know that you're here. Check in with me. Hope everyone's good. Talk to y'all later. Bye.